this thing, won't you? Right, we are back finally. I feel like I have to wait for a bar to join. This probably has been waiting the whole day again. Okay, the difficulty is I'm having a crash. Set is 1 while the vector has only a single element at index 0, so 1 is not allowed. And the question is, or was, why is this happening? Yeah. Praveen Strika Schwartz. Hello, how are you? Let's see, this is in partition iterator. Partition iterator has a copy of the original partition, which we made a copy of here in P, so I can print P. A partition that is stored in a vector of sets, which has only a single element, is either a bug in itself or excuse me, or that the single set must contain all the elements. Well, here you can see what that is. Bit mask 2, it's definitely not all the elements. It's just a single bit, so that's one element. I think I set the number of elements to God knows, I think 3. So something is already horribly wrong here with the M base itself. Let's go up. Neighboring partition comes from iterating over either partition iterator whole set or partition iterator single element, which then depends on the algorithm. Well, let's see what the algorithm is. 1, so that should be this one, single element. It's auto, so the type should be just base. Partition iterator pointer. So the dot get here gives me the partition iterator pointer, on which we can dereference. Yeah. From set 0 to set 1. Ah, bah, I've been waiting for you. I just started a few minutes ago. We didn't do much here. I just went to started my debugger, found the same crash, the same assert. Then I went up a little bit in the stack. So at this point here we have already something that is fishy, aka not correct. We have an original partition that exists of only a single set, it says, but the elements then contain only 2 elements. So how are we going to attack this problem? I mean, of course, it must be a mistake that I made in those 4 hours of making changes to the code. I have been thinking about it, but yeah, sometimes it happens that I just, without having my PC on, I just figure out what the problem is. You just realize it suddenly. I have no idea in this case. Although my feeling is that it must be something simple, of course. I bet it's something like a one line or maybe 2 places. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I set the number of elements to 3. Probably should check that first. Number of elements is stored in I think in these days it is stored in a file that I don't see. Lowercase partitions. Pretty ridiculous. Pretty ridiculous. Where's it? Where's my file? Modified partitions and CXX. Okay, so I am blind. Yeah, it's here, completely hidden between the capital P's. That's really strange. Well, anyway, number of elements is 3, yeah. I guess I'll just have to step into this and see why it returns something that is already broken, right? It simply is broken, whatever this is being, whatever this is returning here. Begin. So I'm going to put a breakpoint on 189. Run it from the beginning, and then we do step. That's strange. Okay, let's do a step again. End. It begins with constructing the end. No, it cannot do this. It cannot do this. Line 8, no, 189. And then I step. And it starts to look at end. And then it starts to do the is unequal. As if there is nothing constructed at all. That's the end iterator. So the left hand left hand side dot mbase. No. Oh, that is, yeah, 2-bit set. Should be 7, I guess, or something like that. But it got already constructed. How is that possible? Definitely debug mode. Yeah, was already built. Okay, this calls begin. Now I want to know what begin is. Should be this one. You definitely should get here. I set a breakpoint here. This is line 95. Continue. So now we are inside begin. Okay, so algorithm is whole set. What? Now algorithm is a whole set. Also does not make any sense. Ask me. Oh, wait a minute. It does. Algorithm equals 0 is the first thing that we do. Start that whole set. Yeah, okay. I guess I do. But that one did not crash, did it? I think we crashed on algorithm equals 1. Okay, well, any rate, it is going to call make unique of that thing and then passing a partition reference. I think I can just set a breakpoint on all the well, I don't know why did not set a breakpoint here, but okay, it's default. Maybe that's not breakable. Did set a breakpoint in 16, which is indeed constructor. That would be called. And that one too, so we should definitely be catching those. Can do continue. So now we are in the constructor of partition iterator whole set. We already have an original. The original is having one set and a single bit set. Okay, the original is already broken, or not. Can I have a partition with just one element at this point? I guess maybe I can. Okay, let's assume that we can. This one has exists just of element A. And that is original. Making now we're passing that to partition iterator base together with set index 0, and then afterwards we figure out what is the first empty set, which of course should be 1. Okay, let's do a step. That's his set index. It's an array index. Value is 0 here. Now we are in the constructor of partition iterator base. And we are copying, so original is still that single bit here. From set index is 0, that's an argument. And the second argument that was passed. So we're here. It's confusing why it did not show me the call to number of sets. Is this already set? Whoa, can't find the linker symbol of virtual table while it's still being constructed. Let's do S. Original partition. Okay, now we're going to copy stuff. So now it should be defined. And the number is 1. Okay, there is only one set, that's correct. And now we initialize that thing with 0. Now we're calling first empty set. Is that empty? No. Is that empty? Yes. What? Didn't even show me. Well, sets in should be 1 and it's returning 1, so that's okay. So the original partition was copied and has only one set, just A is being set. Number of sets in the original is 1. We want to copy from undefined to 1. Okay, that's kind of strange. Hello, bear. Yeah, that doesn't look right. That definitely does not look right. From set is undefined and to set is 1. Looks like undefined. I mean, yeah, well, I don't know. It's really strange. Mustafa, yeah, well, I don't get into that, if you don't mind, but the reason I have so much time is because it's the only thing I do. What shall we do here? Shall we stop debugging because this is wrong already? Yeah, so we're comparing this thing with end. Now either it is end already, or I'm very unhappy with this one. But I don't think it's end. Why would it be end? Well, if we have a base for both, no, we don't, so might as well do next. The left hand side is end if we do not have a base, or this returns is end. Let's do a step. that's the first one. Just have to continue until I get into is end, I guess. Side is end. What? I did not see us to get into the is end function, but it is false. Okay. So I do here next, and the right hand side is end is true. Also false. Gotta be kidding me. Oh, it's still on this line for some reason. I did do it next. Nobody understands this. The right hand side is true and the left hand side is false. Oh, I can live with that because that was expected. What? The left hand side is end. Exactly when I did this next, it must have called the is end. Arg. And I have to do it all again. Or I can just look inside is end to see if I can understand that, I suppose. If from set is undefined, that is a set. Okay, the -1 was undefined. So from set is -1, that is undefined, so that is end. It was set to end. Aha. But now I'm not sure if that is correct. Is it correct? All set. I would all set return, all set begin returns end immediately. I must be blind again because I don't see all set.h. Oh, here it is. No, that's partition. Toy. This is being called. And then it immediately sets begin to false. Oh, means that this was being called. This one, I mean, from set index. Okay, well, from set index is what is being used. So the only way that after calling this constructor m from set is undefined is when we pass an undefined set index. And this was 1, this was just a, and this became undefined. But we're not passing undefined, are we? We're passing 0. Yeah. So I'm calling partition iterator base with a set index of 0, which calls this one, and then from set index should be 0. But it ended up as undefined. What? How is that possible? How is that possible? I don't think I ever want to call this thing with a from set index undefined, right? I might as well add this is not undefined. Undefined being, yeah, this is my array index. It is array index, right? Otherwise it is a vector. So either one is the same thing. So you see the partition iterator base was called. That I just added that as it prints this with AC, and from index is 0, which is not undefined, so the assertion did not fail. But we still fail on this one. Also now it's suddenly AC. Well, in the debugger I thought it was just A. Strange. What the hell is going on? I think I just need way more debug output. Let's start adding copious amounts of debug output. Hell, let's kill it with debug output. Debug entering EC notice. Partition find local maximum. Yeah, partition task. I don't think I can print that one. Should probably add that. Add support for printing it. I'm just saying that it as I use in the Linux viewer. Meaning print everything, and everything is on one line. No spaces after the comma, after the colon. We're here. That's it. This one is a boolean, so okay, I might make an exception here and send bool alpha. Made more changes. So where did I add this? Nobody knows. Do I don't even think we get this far. So let's just start printing here the algorithm. And at the top of this do loop, which runs till oh, she already had the debug output in the using a standard cout, but I'm going to switch to libcwd output. Yeah, no need to be creative here. Pretty sure I cannot print bare iterators either. I have to add that as well. This begin that just returns a type that you pass as a template element. I think. No, it doesn't. It returns a partition iterator. Okay. So I need support for printing partition iterators. We don't have that. Let's add it. And the only thing it has is a base class. Which also does not have a print on. But hey, you can just do it following, I think. And base is a pointer. How do I do that again? I think well, yeah, we are in the partitions project, unfortunately. My Linux Euro project, I have a print pointer, and then that does all the work for us. I guess it's not that important right now, is it? So I just copy everything over from Linux Euro. No, I don't think so. I'll just do an add sign, and then I'll just print contents of the basic thing. Now base could be null, so that's probably not the best idea here. Let's check if base is that, then we do that. Otherwise I'll print base no pointer. Right, so now mbase is a pointer to partition iterator base, which now we need to be able to print. And that then rules virtual function, I guess. But I have these two things, I have these four things here. I just added here, void print on. It's not part of the game engine, Alan. I'm still in the partitions, or back in the partitions project now. Although I'm going to copy everything to the Vulkan engine, that is true. After it works, now you understand why I think it's so important that I can print every custom object, aka every object. Because I just want to print it, you know, I say what it is and then I print it. Any type this should work. So I want every type to be printable. if this does not work, then I'll just make it work by adding support for debugging, for writing debug output of whatever is failing. Yeah, I could do right quit all. That would probably easier. So I added a new thing. I think I have to add that here to partition iterator base.cxx is new. Well, what do you say? It compiles. Let's run it just like this, I guess. So it prints our scores table, and then we call find local maximum with a lot of input. Algorithm is 0. We indeed have a single set in our first partition with just A in it. And that is being created. Well, this is what I expected. I don't know where the AC came from last time. And again, and then the neighboring partition equals neighboring partition iterator as a mbase that points to something that has the original partition is A, the number of sets is 1. Well, that's correct, there's only one of these. The from set is 0, and this is what we ask it to be as, and the to set is 1. And that's not allowed. The to set cannot be 1, because yeah, just cannot. There's only one set. Why does this debug output look so different from what I saw in DDB, in the debugger? Yeah, Emma, you didn't ask a question. I saw you say I don't have any idea, but looks cool. At least I know how to quit from Vim. I saw that, but it's not a question. So. And then Ellen said something, and I reacted to that. And after that, you said, "I wish he would talk with us lower human beings." I don't think that makes much sense. Did I miss a question from you? I don't think so. No. I don't know. It helps to say add Carlo Wood and then end your sentence with a question mark. Even then I could not see it. I'm only human myself. But if you don't ask a question, then why would I react to it? The strangest thing is that I think this is correct. Why not? How did this work before it broke then? It's still not clear What is going wrong? Even though I understand that we cannot move set 0 to set 1, because set 1 does not exist. It's more like a merge with in this case. So you would say, okay, this may never happen. M2 set cannot be set to 1. The problem is in, oh, wait a minute. This one did work. This is the whole partition, so the whole set, whatever. And there we immediately got an end. Therefore it's not even printing, it's not even printing this one for algorithm 0. This is algorithm 1. Now we are talking about the single element. Moving single elements to 1 is theoretically allowed. The only reason it is not allowed is because, yeah. I think I changed it. I changed this thing from an array to a vector, msets. Did I do that? I think so. Msets. This is a size of 1. Maybe it should not have a size of 1. How does msets get filled then? I use a window manager. I'm using Fluxbox. Okay, yeah, it's a type change of msets. This used to be an array, and now I made it dynamic. So it gets past an array, and I'm only copying number of elements. Well, so, yes, well, that's what I want. So then why is number of elements not equal to 3 here? How do I get it again? From an index. What is this index here? Number of elements is an element index, which is a bit set index. Okay, and finally remember that, how to do that. What? Default VI settings? No. Starting to be convinced that this is impossibly wrong here. This should return 3. That returns 1. I think that is the case. Why does it return 1? How did this msets get filled? Oh, that's msets in partition iterator. Oh. Well, in that case, I'll just edit partition iterator.h, and now we don't see an msets. What was I looking at? No, it wasn't. We're calling this on P, which is partition. It really is partition. There is only one thing here that is declared as a vector. It's calling it, of course, it's just CXX. Look at the headers. This is the only declaration, isn't it? Yep, so, and this is the only way it is being initialized, isn't it? So maybe that is not working then. Definitely new code. Excusez-moi. mset size equals 3. Nope. Okay, so we are having an nervous break. I mean, up. We are having an mset here in P, which is a length of 1. Okay, yes, well, yes, and then I call I end on that. Maybe this msets was constructed as an end iterator. This looks like undefined. So every time something else. There is a problem. Number of elements, and then I'm doing 1. That would let's see. Yeah, this creates a vector of size 1 with just a single set in it. So that's not allowed. That's not allowed at all. Nope. This must be a number of elements, so the size is correct. And then the first entry must be set equal to z. That was a fat bug. And this partition, I don't know what that is. Empty maybe? This fills it with a number of elements. Also size becomes a number of elements. And then we fill it with, I don't know, 1 element in every set, I guess. Still looks okay. Well, if that wasn't the one-liner, then I don't know. It just changed this one line, right? I think that was it. It would be nice if it compiled, but doesn't change the fact that it's still a one-liner. What is the operands are? Okay, yeah, well, okay. Very annoying, but okay. Sometimes I'm getting sick of my own type safety. This must be a set index. But hey, we have an add, I think. I'm not even sure. I think I can cheat my way around it. Vector has an add with an index type only here. Oh, that looks too ugly. Can't I just do dot begin like this? Oh, it did not crash. Lots of debug output though. Can I remove all the debug output again? Even this one. And then we have a lot of calls to this constructor. Now, if all the scores are negative, then you do not want to pair up any element, so you put them all in different set. And then the score is 0, and absolutely every random partition ended there. All 1000 that we tried. Looks very good. And now if C is only negative, then C must be alone, and AB is positive, so AB must be together. Also 100% score. In this case, C wants to be together with A and B, like absolutely, aka I don't care what A and B score is, you just put A and B and C all in the same set. Score happens to be 5 then, but also to infinity. And again, 100% found the right solution. And here everything is positive, so it also goes all in one set. And we can go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. It just always finds the right solution. Okay, let's make it a little bit harder. Three elements is not exciting. Let's try 6 elements. %100% finds E must be separated. E is always negative, so E does. No, it's not always negative. You could have E could have been paired up with C for a 5-pointer, but E must not be paired with something else maybe. So, well, if you don't put C out of this one, then you lose the pair with A and B and D and F, which adds up to a lot more. So C's like, what? You were my friend? I don't know you. I think I agree with that solution. Here we have, again, all 1000 find the same thing. I just believe it. Again, and again, and again. Oh, okay, no, so I was like, what? Does not find a solution, but there are 3 solutions, they all have the same score. Yeah, in that case, it's a good thing it finds them all, I guess. You know, there must be diversity. If everyone is equal, then everyone is equal. Okay, there we go. So a single solution. Oh, now it hurts. Now it hurts. You gotta be kidding me, right? I mean, it still found the maximum one, but ADF and BCA already fails. 6 elements. Holy moly, man, why? So the reason is that in this case we need to move F into the other one, and B from here into that one. That's a double group move, and if you do it one by one, then the score goes down, apparently. Why would the score go down if you do only one of them? Oh, wait a minute. F, if you move just F and E maybe? E and F minus infinity. Yeah. E and F can never be in the same group. Therefore, what I could have done is put E out of it, E in a different set and F in a different set, and then recombine them one by one. So why did that not happen in this case? Because I have my scatter iterator. My scatter iterator should have done that. Can't think of a reason why I didn't, but it still sucks. With only 6 elements we can have a local maximum. That is not the solution. Let me make this a reproducible thing. Is the thing defined then? Oh, there, of course. Partitions 8.5. Yep, that reproduces, and then I would have to add some debug info. Frequency. Never know how long that takes. Let's skip it. And this is filling scores. Set score. Can skip that too, I suppose. Initialize. Can skip that too. So the fun really begins at 119. Now we begin with partition. Three sets. Four, two, two. Yeah, well, I don't know. Let's just run it. Next. Now we have immediately a score. Uh, 401. That is a maximum score. Seven. So we have to generate, I think, 7 partitions, and the 7th results in in something that we... Let's change the program. RP equals 7 goes wrong. Great, yes. RP stands for random partition, I think. I can just start with should that not work? I think so. RP here. So we put a break on 124 when I do continue or run. I didn't need that, not really. Continue. Oops. Next. And score. 401. Something went wrong. It did not work. Damn it. Why not? Yeah. Suppose my random number generator is used more often, so I do a continue there. I'm not calling it the same way. I'm going to delete 2. Continue. Oh, that didn't work. Print score. Doesn't really look initialized. We're not calculating scores anymore now. Ah, come on. Yeah, but then we have a find local maximum. No, it's not working. Okay, well, I can still do the same thing. No, let's see. I just want to stop before we calculate it with RP equals 0. So I just do here a I could have set a conditional breakpoint actually, but okay. This works as well. So now p equals 7. Next, next print score 104. What am I doing wrong? Okay, do the conditional breakpoint again, I guess. Break 126, conditional breakpoint for breakpoint 2. Break if m value is unequal (104). Run from the top. Well, I don't care about that one. It never produced anything else than 401. I'll just have to make RP larger. It's not happening within 8 things. Yeah, I want to print the partition before I find the local maximum. And then afterwards I'll print the score. And the first one that goes wrong in this one. Don't even care about that one, I must say. I could just start with the one that ends the way it ends. I'm going to start with the way it ends. Let this run. What, 10,000 lines, really? How long is that going to take? Let's start with this one now. Now, if only this was possible, that would have been cool. Unfortunately, I have to pass number of elements followed by an array that has sets. I think I create sets from that. How is this even compiling? I have only 6 elements. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Before we always crash there. So yeah, I'll have to make an array, alright? So utils array, so set, and with a maximum maximum number of elements. And this is the set index. Hopefully that works. No matching functions will call to partition int utils array 64. Candidate element index. No. It's nerving, yes, exactly. It's not a tutorial at all. I'm just working. Element index. Yeah, that's my feeling too. I don't think anyone can understand what I'm doing unless you stick around for a very, very long time to get into the code. But that's the same for any code base that you look at the first time, I think. It just takes a long time. Super Puyu gets it. You got to stick around. Yeah. I just want to find my bug right now. And I'm really annoyed by the fact that it refuses to do what I want here. Number of elements equals 3 fails. Yeah, I set it to 6. Okay, we can debug this one. Rather list main. Break 1 to 6. Run. Step. Okay. Score partition task. Okay. I think it's going to calculate the score of the current partition. This is inside the partition object. Just going to call score on it. So that results in the well-known 210. And then we're going to run 2 algorithms. Algorithm 0 is going to try and current score, so it sets the last score to 210. And then it's algorithm 0, we're going to use the whole set iterator. And we have multiple things, okay, so we get here. neighboring. It's going to try neighboring partitions, which means it's going to merge whole sets. Pretty sure of that. So a neighboring partition here is, for example, a neighboring partition is where it merged everything into a single set. Does it make any sense, or what did we start with again? I forgot it already. That thing did have two sets, yeah, here. So we just merge this whole set into that one, or the other way around. Doesn't really matter. We end up with one set with all the elements. And that then would give me a score of minus infinity, because E and F are minus infinity. So that's a really bad thing to do. Of course, you cannot merge a whole set into, you have two sets, you cannot do the whole set merge thing algorithm here, because you will always end up with all the elements in one set, which gives a minus infinity score. Now we are here. Now we're going to calculate score of that. So saying that this is minus infinity, negative infinity. Therefore, it is not larger than current score. So we increment the neighboring partition thing, but that should be the last one, because you can only two partitions. You can only merge them once. Apparently it thinks otherwise. I guess it's so stupid that it's trying to merge one in the other and the other into the one. At any rate, we should get again something that is, well, I can print it. Everything in one. So, okay, still infinite. Minus infinity. Now we are at the end. We are still not at the end. Shocking. What's going on here? Okay, I have to do this again, because why are we doing this 3 times? I want to know what's happening inside this thing, that it cannot figure out that oh, wait a minute, I think it's trying to no, also not. What the hell? I didn't merge anything this time. Seems very inefficient. I would have to look into that. Yes, definitely. What is this? Oh, is the algorithm still still 0? This is AC and the BD. Where's the rest? It made 2 elements disappear this time. That's not good. Yeah, I'll have to go into this, I think. Step into it. Let's run from the beginning. And step. Yeah, that's annoying. Maybe I should re-add the debug output first, because otherwise it's too much work inside the debugger. Thought I had it here. Oh, no. We're inside the find local maximum. And it should be stepping inside this one, I guess. But okay. I can just put a breakpoint now here. So we begin with this partition, ADF BCE, with a score of 210. And then we start algorithm 0, which creates the partition iterator that there's a copy of the original. Remembers that there are two sets in the original. And we start with moving set 1 into 0. So it's going to move this one into that. Well, I don't know. No idea why it does that. I would say move 0 into 1, but so the result is that everything is in 1. And then even the next one I already would say, yeah, but you know, just stop. There is no other way you can mix this. So I think I'm going to very negative. I'm going to already step into this thing to see what it is thinking. It just calls a virtual function increment. We have to call get first. Increment. Increment is doing the following thing. It increments m from set. Okay, what is the first empty set? Well, we had 2 sets, so 2. Yep. And the from set was 1. So if we increment from set, it becomes 2. Therefore, we are at the end. Therefore it sets from set to 0. And then if m2 set equals the first empty set, it's not. M2 set is 1, the first empty set is 2. Oh, we're moving to 0, sorry. Yeah, we'll see what happens. See what is happening here then. It sets M2 set to 1, that set M from set to 0. So now it's going to move 0 into 1. Still here. Okay, so from set is the inner loop, because that's the one that is incremented first if we enter here. And if this should be just doing a single increment, which is this code, but if after an increment they are equal, then we just go back to the top and we do a second increment, skipping whatever the result, whenever the result is where the two values are the same. So what happened is they are being set both to 0, I guess. And now you have a kickstart which calls increment, which does increment from set. Therefore we start with the from set of 1. And the to set is still 0. Well, I think that for the whole set algorithm, it would be very good if from set is always larger than to set. It does not make sense to have from set less than to set. So this is nonsense. It must be larger than to set. So if from set reaches the end, then I should first increment to set and then set from set to set plus 1, if that even exists. There's two ways why a set can end. in from set is always we're copying from that, so we can stop at the first empty set. This does not make sense to continue. This might be equal to the actual end, but it might also be less. However, the to set is allowed to copy to the first empty set. So only at the moment that we are about to increment M2 set, which is here, and it is already empty set, then we must stop. Otherwise we can just increment it, but we cannot copy beyond the end of the vector. So if we, after incrementing, it's really equal to the end, then we also reach the end. I'm not sure if M from set is even being tested to be 0. Set to end should take care of anything related to it. So this line can be moved after this if. And then I have to set it to M2 set plus 1, if allowed. Let's do that. Now, I don't want code duplication, so I think that it's okay to just set it to equal to mset. That's super fast, and then of course this will be true. So we go to the top and then increment it again, and everything is taken care of correctly. Now I want to repeat my debugging, and we did that by putting a breakpoint here, I guess. Not again. Couldn't 0. Okay, so it merged 1 into 0, and that is a negative score, minus infinity. And then we do this increment. So we increment the from set, which is 1, it becomes equal to first empty set, which is 2. And then M2 set was 1, which is not equal to 2, so we just increment it. Now it becomes 1, so it's not the end. And now we set from set equal to 1 as well. But now it's equal, so we go to top. And then from set is set to 2, but that's equal to the empty set, and therefore we try to increment M2 set again. But I think that now it becomes equal to end or not. No, it's 6 big, right? This is just huge. Yeah. So that thing is 1, no problems there. So now we set from set to 1, and then they're of course again equal. So now we increment from set. That becomes again equal to first empty set. No, it doesn't, apparently. It went beyond it. Oops. What just happened? Yeah, we cannot do this if 2 set is equal to first empty set. Because then we set the from set equal to M first empty set, and then we go past it here. We could change it into a larger or equal, of course, and then we would eventually end up here because M2 set is equal to first set. But you can also argue that apparently it's not even possible to have M2 set equal to M first empty set. Because from set must be put after that, and that is not allowed to be that big. Yeah, the whole set thing is it's not true. This is not true. This must be -1. Assuming that we at least have one filled set, so first empty set cannot be 0. Okay, so now they start as 1, 0. This is then immediately equal to 2. This was 0. So we go here. So now both are 1. And then we set that to 2, which is equal to m set. So we must end now. And now this one is equal, so we end. That should work. Really? Oh no, I'm an idiot. This is debug output. So just a lot of output, and I thought there must be static output. I'm an idiot. So now that I'm going to step into this, might as well, right? Oh, we didn't. Well, whatever. So now it's equal to end, and we exit the whole thing. Is the current last score larger than the last score? No, because it didn't change. So it's just still 210. No improvement equals to number of algorithms. Yep. No, I mean only one improvement, one algorithm failed. So now we're going to do the next algorithm. So this one also starts moving from 0 to 1. We're missing some information now, I think. That is in the derived class. Anyway, we can print it here. So what it is doing here, it did move. It did move B. From here to there. And apparently that score is lower. It's 100. It's less than 210. And then the next thing is it moved I guess A. to its own partition. It's kind of weird. Why would it first move B and now A? Okay, anyway, that's also lower score then. And then we move B from here into there. Didn't we do that before? A, B, C, E. A, B, D, F. So it's different. I don't know what it is. This clearly moved B from here to there. So I guess here something else happened. Oh right, it did start with A. So first it started with moving A from here to there, that makes sense, and then A from here outside, so it's on its own. Next then it started moving B into here. There. And then B outside, I guess, the next one. There's B on its own. B was moved out of it. And the score is again lower. And then we have... oh, what did it move now? C, I guess? Yeah, C was now moved to the first set, and then C is going to be moved on its own. And the score remains under the 210. Okay, and so on and so on, until this stops, and it would stop until it started moving F together with E, I guess. I think here we moved E. Yep, now we move F. Well, we should be moving F. Now this would be the last one. F is being moved on its own. Yep, that was the last one. Then what happens? Now both algorithms failed, so I leave this as well. I mean that one. Return current score. $210. Was kind of something is wrong already. I was expecting it to start to scatter now, but it did already immediately, apparently. So we started with this beginning, and then that should have been. Oh no, sorry, we just did this one. Aha, okay. That was correct. So now we are here. Now we start scattering it. So the first scatter then is... So I should add a print debug output here as well. Where are we now? Frame. Count is 0. That's line 128. Yeah. Guess I'll just step into it. or not. Okay, the original is still, well, the original, the local maximum. And then I have 2 iterators. I'm having an iterator per set. And I think we are going to try to increment one of them, and namely I don't know. You cannot read this, right? You cannot read it. Let's add debug output for that part as well. My debug thing should be able to print a vector, and it can print pairs, I think, and it can print set indexes, but cannot print set iterator scatters, right? Oh, it can. Confused. Yeah, I use the mouse to copy and paste my long variable names. And file names and stuff. So what was it again? This is not a file you're looking for. I don't know what I'm looking for. That is what I'm looking for. Let's just break 1 to 8. Okay, scatter iterator has also an original, and it has 2 set iterators, one that belongs to ADF and apparently it did split this thing up into pairs, namely AD, AF and DF in that order. No score is shown, but this should be in the order from AD is the highest score and DF is the lowest score. And currently we are pointing at index 0, I guess, which is AD. The second iterator belongs to BCE of the original partition, which got divided into BC, BE and CE. And then what it is trying is it begins with moving AD and BC out of their respective sets. So then the E and the F are both left alone. And I think that, what was the solution? The actual solution? Nobody knows. I think E and F had to be swapped or something. This whole thing does not make any sense if I do not know the actual solution. It is way up, not in my scroll buffer anymore. Damn it, what was the solution? I know the score, 401. Okay, anyway, this was the point where I want to put the breakpoint. And we have to find out what that solution was. This is the solution. You have been promoted to clipboard. Blum, 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 blum. Yeah, I have to change it back. Right, so this is my first scatter, and we have to go to A, B, D, E. A, B, D, E. So that's not a good scatter, right? I mean, you can try whatever you want, but that's not going to be any closer, I think, to the solution. What I would like to have is... yeah, it should take A, B, and D, E out, I guess. But that's not possible. A, B, D, E. So A, D would be possible. That's good. And I want that to be combined with B, E. To take out C or B, E. Yeah, it should take out A, D and B, E. And that's, I think, they're not happening. And the reason is, or the question is, why not? Well, it's definitely not what I said, and I forgot what I said. What I want to see was it takes out AD and BE. AD and BE. It's not doing that. AD is the first one and BE is the second one. So why would it not do that? Well, now it's doing AF and BC. So it incremented this one first. Ah, I see. Right, yeah, I already thought that was not correct. Now I'm starting to see the light here. What I want, I have a bunch of iterators which iterate over stuff that is sorted. All I'm doing is just I'm incrementing one of them, and I'm never moving it back. But what I should do is just, let's say, index 0, index 1, index 2, index 0, index 1, index 2. What I should do is 0, 0, 0, 1, and then 1, 0, and then 1, 1. Well, depending on the combined score, I guess. But if say this thing has a score of 1000, this score has a score of 100, and this has a score of 0. Then you want to begin with 1000, 1000, and then you try 1000, 100. And then what my current algorithm is doing is it says, well, this is 1000, this is 100, so I lose 900 if I go down. And this is going from 100 to 0, so that's only losing 100. Let's increment this one. So then it's going to do 1000 plus 0. And then this one cannot go lower, so then it has to do the 900. So then we get this one with that, and then we get that one with that. Which is clearly nonsensical. What I should do is 1000 plus 1000, then 1000 plus 100, and then the other 1000 with 100. And then 1000 with 0, and then the other 1000 with 0. That's what it should do. Right. And then of course 100 with 100, and so on. Okay, yeah, definite need to change that. Finally, I'm going to explain something. Also thinking out loud, but it will be understandable. So I'm having a table with values in it, like let's say I don't really care, might as well copy this. And I'm having an iterator that points to this one, and I have an iterator that points to that one. I might even have more of these things. They do not necessarily need to have the same values, so let's change them a little bit. Let's say keep this one a little bit lower now, 65, and let's say 55 and 10. And this one is, I don't know, 102 and 89 and 69 and 52 and 15, no, 17. This editor, really, it's what, I don't know. Looks like a keyboard. Okay, so now I need another algorithm, namely the one that finds the triplets with the highest total score. Now would be is this a good one for competitive coding challenge? Who is running this algorithm for me? Please. You have 3 vectors with random numbers sorted in order. Sorted, let's say index 0 is the highest value, so they are sorted decreasing value. And I need a fast algorithm to find the highest to iterate over all of them from highest triplet to lowest. I'm making a Vulkan engine because I need a Vulkan engine for my graphics. I mean, I didn't know any 3D graphics at all. I never coded anything, so I don't know OpenGL. Otherwise I probably would have chosen OpenGL, but here I was thinking I want to do graphics and go bleeding edge, of course, you know. That's what I've always done. So Vulkan it was. Now this algorithm here. Obviously we start at the top. That is the highest sum. The first one is 100 plus 150 plus 102. Right? Then the next one is always going to be 001, right? Two of them stay where they are and one is decreased. If you decrease more than one, you would always get a lower sum. Absolutely. So the next one is, well, the decreasing the one that has the lowest delta, which is what I'm currently already doing. So this thing has a delta of minus 10. Okay, let's get us some more space here. And put in all the deltas. That's minus 10. That's minus 20. That's also minus 20. And this is minus 30. And here we have minus 60. It's minus 60. And this is minus 25, if I'm not mistaken. Minus 10, and this one is minus 45. And this 102 minus that's 13, I guess. Place minus 13. I guess. Yeah. And this one is of course minus 20, and then we have a minus, oops, oh, what, minus 17, and minus a lot, 3 more than 32, 35. Yep, okay, so the only thing we really needed was to know that this minus 10 was the lowest one. So this one is going to be decremented. Because the minus 10 is absolutely less than the other ones. And therefore we get the next sum equals 90 plus 150 plus 102. And stupid me now does the same thing again. Minus 20, minus 60, minus 13. So I'm thinking if I can only decrement these things, I'll have to decrement this one. But that's not true. I can decrement this one, but then at the same time I can increment this one, of course. So the next one is actually this one. So I have to decrement one, but the other one can be reset then. Yeah, so would it be a reasonable assumption to say that the next one is one has to be decremented, and then I can increment another one if that total score is still less than what I had. And that would be if going up is less than what I'm going down. Am I saying that correctly? So where are my eager students in the chat? This is a good program to write, and you would help me in my program, with my project. Write an algorithm that figures out what the best way is to iterate over these things, over these tables. You could do it the brute force way, you know, just combine everything, sort it, and then you're done. But that might be slower than the fastest algorithm. I have the feeling that the fastest algorithm really doesn't care about how long this list is and how long it continues. It just wants to fiddle a little bit at the top. I have the feeling that now we are here, we again have to decrement one of them. You cannot at least one has to be decremented, and the only thing that I'm scared of is that maybe you have to decrement two. Oh, that could be, yeah, that could definitely be. It's not that easy, is it? Where's my dinner? It's 9:30 and nobody's brought me dinner. Unbelievable. You have to do everything yourself. I think I'm going to warm up some soup, because I already did shopping. I cannot do two things, two difficult things like shopping and cooking at the same day. Nah. Nah. I should have bought a bag with sweets or something like that. No, I don't never buy that. I'm 68 kilograms. Comes at a cost. Never eat sweets. I'm pretty serious about that, you know. You should only eat healthy food for breakfast, lunch and dinner at most. I often skip lunch or breakfast, but nothing like chips or peanuts or, you know, all those junk food things in between. And then I am in the what is it called, the grocery where I do my shopping, and I see a mother and a young child stand for a long time in front of the aisle with sweets. Just, you know, there's only sugar in it, and they have to pick something for the kid apparently. taking a long time. Well, of course, it's a good thing that they not just, you know, that mom just doesn't say, okay, grab whatever you want. Apparently, he has to make a choice. In fact, I listened in, and I think she was teaching him about the value of money by giving him something, maybe €1 or €2, and then he had to choose himself what he wanted to buy from that. So I didn't say anything, but another time I saw the same thing, and then I went like, ew, it's all sugar. I hate it. So they looked at me and then explained to the kid that, you know, the fact that they sell it here does not mean that it is healthy, even though the rest is food. Sugar is basically poison. I'm quoting my doctor, and he did. My doctor literally said, sugar is poison. I think it's a really strange thing that this society, as we know it, allows making. Well, okay, they could allow making sweets because sometimes you might want to eat one once a year or so. I don't know. But then in the where you do groceries, where you buy your vegetables, where you do your everyday, where you buy your everyday meals, half of the room, half of the space is used up by super unhealthy candy and stuff. Unbelievable. They should not sell that in the same store, I think. Put it in a candy store. But yeah, no laws against that. I think I'm gonna quit. I have to eat and then do something else, and in the meantime you can work on this algorithm for me. So next time when I come back, you can tell me, I figured it out. This is how you do it. I says, hi, I want to start programming. What resources I should follow? I don't know. Do you want to learn C++? In that case, I would say I also don't know, but it's not absolute horror to look at learncpp.com. It's there are worse sites. Although I don't know, man. Becomes an old topic as well. I'm not good at repeating the same thing over and over again. So I could never be a teacher. I've done some volunteer work, and when I started I was full of fire and I told all the details and everything I could think of and really prepared them. And then when the next group came in, I was really tired of it. I was like, really? I have to tell everything again? Nah, I don't really like that. I'll be